everyone. My name is Miss Sheri, and I am an educator at MOSH. Now, you are hanging out with me in my neighborhood. And I'm on a bird watching walk. So I'm checking out my neighborhood, listening for bird sounds, looking for bird signs. And this is all because this right here is the beginning of a MOSH Connect lab called For the Birds. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means we're going to do all kinds of cool stuff that has to do with birds. We're going to learn about bird adaptations and behaviors. We're going to learn about bird appearances. We're going to learn how to observe birds using an observation journal, and we're going to be making our very own bird feeders. Now, this space, my neighborhood, is a great place for birds. It's a good bird habitat. Now, what's a habitat? Well, a habitat, you need three things to call something a habitat, right? So a habitat is a place where an organism, which could be animals or plants, including people, live, right? It's where they call home. So in my habitat here, I have all the things that I need to be healthy and happy, right? So it's the same for an animal. In an animal habitat, you'd want it to have plenty of shelter. So all the trees around me, that's great bird shelter, right? Birds will also live in bushes. They can live in little nests by ponds or lakes. My neighborhood has one of those as well. So birds need shelter to call a place a habitat. Now, another sign of a good habitat will be plenty of food and water. So that's important as well, right? Food and water. We want to make sure that animals have enough of those to stay healthy. So a great habitat will have those as well. Now, another thing that animals need in a habitat is mates. What's that mean? Well, they need to be able to make babies. That's a sign of a good habitat, right? So you may have found a nest before with eggs in it from birds. A lot of times they're in trees like this one, or trees that are a little bit smaller, or even bushes like those. Right? So my neighborhood has all the things that it needs for birds to call this place home. And I bet your neighborhood does too. Now, you may be thinking, my neighborhood doesn't look anything like that. Maybe you live in an apartment. Maybe you live in a townhome. Maybe you live in a place where there aren't quite as many trees and bushes. Don't worry, birds still visit those places because food is found all over the place. Shelter, well, birds can always go back to their shelter, can't they? So a lot of times they'll go out to look for food, and there's plenty of birds all over the place to help make those babies. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about what goes on in the rest of our system here. Be back soon. So in this next portion of our series, you are going to be learning all about the kinds of birds that you can spy right outside your windows at home, your backyard birds. You're going to learn what they look like, maybe some fun facts about them as well. And for that, I'm going to send you over to Miss Chloe. We'll see you soon.
MOSH Connect relies on support from our community. If you like what you just saw, please consider donating at www.themosh.org. And give us a like on social media at MOSH Jacks so you can stay connected.